what is going on? What a win. What a win that is. Not the best game of football I've ever seen in my life in terms of all-round performance. It wasn't absolutely blistering at all times from Chelsea, but it's 3 points, and that's what matters. A lot happened in this game. There's a lot to dissect, so let's just get straight into it. If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe. There's a lot of football content coming up very, very soon on the channel, which I'm very much looking forward to. But we'll start with tonight's game. A massive game for top four, and Chelsea beat Leicester 2-1. Chelsea 2, Leicester City 1. What a result that is. And of course, look, we played him in the FA Cup final, and there'll probably be a few people, and I'm one of them, same thing. Well, if we can do that in the league, why can't we do that in the FA Cup final? And, you know, there's kind of been this response that it almost felt like, in terms of Chelsea's point of view, this FA Cup final was not the main thing. We had to get into the top four. And look, I mean, we won the game today. We did immensely well. We completely deserved to win it. We did all the things right, bar for one thing. And that's always the same thing, I think, for Chelsea. It's always the same thing that happens a lot. We keep the ball really nicely. We kill the game out. We kill the opportunities for them, whoever the opponent is, to go and score a goal. Which is fine. However, we can do it too much, which we'll come on to in a moment. We did it too much against Leicester at the weekend, or they scored a blinding goal. We played out from the back when we really didn't actually need to. You're playing with fire. That's what it is. You're playing with fire. And Chelsea today, obviously, we got round it. Fantastic. The first half, let's just get straight in, because there's a lot of moments. Timo's first goal, rightly offside. Annoying from a fan who is a bigger admirer of Timo, and I generally do believe in him. I really do. I think he's going to be a quality player. Just need to kind of get that confidence up. A lot of people are saying get rid of him in the summer. I'm not one of those people. I really do like him. He's not perfect. Clearly, we see that with the offside. It's not ideal, but there we are. But you can see what it means to him when he did score. Obviously, didn't count, but it meant something. He was so happy about it. The second one is the header at the back post. It goes in off his arm. That's him being shot for confidence. But again, you see what it means when he scored. Obviously, it didn't count, but again, you see that desire and the passion to do better. He cares about his game. He cares about 3 points. He cares. And I think that's massively underrated. Really, I really do think it is. Maybe it's quite basic and I sound like a child saying it, but there is a mass thing for really caring about a game of football and caring about results. There's a few players we've got, I'm not going to name names, that I kind of feel that don't really give two hoots about whether we win a game, draw a game. They just get their kind of money and go, oh, I'm playing for one of the best clubs in the world and I'll give them my best, and it's a kind of a personal thing. I'm not going to name names, but I think we do have one or two of them. And there's many clubs that do have a few of these players completely. But Timo feels like he's a real team player, and that's something I really like to see. Now, obviously, Timo also won us the penalty, which we will talk about in a little while, in a little moment. But actually, he should have had one in the first half as well. Yuri Tielemans, the ball runs away from him. Timo Werner gets in there. If Timo would have touched the ball and then Tielemans clears him out completely the way that he did, it's a stonewall penalty all day long. Mike Dean could not have not given it. But obviously Chelsea has this problem and this agenda against us that involves VAR. Now, one thing I will say, right, I actually like VAR. I think the technology itself is awesome, and I think that we've done incredibly well to get it. Do I think it's being used correctly and by the right people? Not at all. Not at all. Now, obviously, the offside one, black and white. Timo's offside, fine. The handball, it hits his arm, fine. But, it's a clear and obvious error from Mike Dean. It's clear and obvious. Timo Werner very obviously gets in front of the ball. Tielemans cleans through the back of him. It's a penalty. It's a foul. If that happened anywhere else on the pitch, it's a foul. But all of a sudden in the box, doesn't want to give it. VAR looked at it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it because there's no consistency with it. There's got to be consistency with VAR. Chelsea could have had a penalty much earlier on in the game. Maybe the game looks very different. Of course, Chelsea won, so it doesn't mean a lot in terms of this sense. But if that would have been the goal that would have taken it from from a 1-1 to a 2-1, you'd have been fuming. You'd have been absolutely fuming. But this is the thing. They kind of just brush it under the carpet because it didn't affect the result, which is horse. Absolute horse. Chelsea go ahead through Antonio Rudiger. He didn't know much about it. I don't care. It's an in-swinging corner, something that we don't seem to do a lot of. It's beautifully whipped in, and it kind of makes its way through to Tony Rudiger at the back post, which is why I'm a massive fan of him. He shows fight, he shows balls, he shows determination. I think he's quality. Again, he cares. He does care. He's not perfect at all. I'm not going to sit here and say that he's absolute, Grandmaster General and all this stuff, and that he's absolutely brilliant, next prime John Terry. I'm not going to say that stuff. But is he going to give you his all? Is he a very talented player? Is he also a leader and big personality? Hell yes. Hell yes. And that's something that I think Chelsea have lacked recently, is true leaders. And Rudiger, whether it be a right way or a wrong way, he leads. He wears his heart on his sleeve and he gives it all the time. Same thing with Mendy. I love that. Big kerfuffle at the end. It could have been a red, and I probably think a yellow was fair. But either way, Rudiger and Mendy, straight in. I don't care. I'm getting involved. Sort all this stuff out. Get rid of this. Not a fan of it. Stands his ground. Love it. Shows pure balls. I love Tony Rudiger. I really do. Enough of my love of Tony Rudiger. Anyway, we go 1-0 up. Of course, it's great. The penalty then gets given, rightfully so. And Mike Dean, I mean, I know he refereed twice in a matter of days and whatever, but that's shocking. Again, I know you're given a penalty or you gave a foul, but it's very obvious to see where it happened. It's very obvious to see, and it's not as if you're a million miles away from it. You should be able to see it. You shouldn't need VAR for that. VAR does its job. It's black and white. It should have been given by the referee in the first place. But either way, Jorginho steps up, converts it. Great penalty. Kasper Schmeichel never had an absolute shout at that at all. Never had a shout. And that's what makes the difference, is that winning of the penalty. And it's Timo Werner that's made a couple of decent runs. Also, as well, sorry, I should give credit where it's due. Azpilicueta pressuring, is it Thomas? I think the left wing back, or the left back's name, the youngster, pressuring him to win the corner. Superb. Absolutely superb. Don't want to say it's right up there with the best I've ever seen, but absolutely superb. Just going and getting involved and just being a bit of an arse. That's what it is. It's just being a bit of an annoyance, which I really rate from Dave. I really do. But we kind of grinded it. We grinded it out. We missed a lot of opportunities going forward. That's coming from Timo. That's coming from Pulisic. Coming from Mount. That's coming from a few people. We did miss opportunities. Were we perfect today? Absolutely not. We gifted Leicester their goal. It's shocking. Again, we gift them a goal, and it made the last 20 minutes absolutely nervy as hell. We gifted it to them. Absolutely gifted it to them. We can get rid of that. We're going to be a fantastic football team. We really are. And as much, again, I get the playing out from the back and we're drawing people forward and then we're playing balls over the top, which is where Timo is superb because he's got the pace. Pulisic, even if you didn't want to aim to midfield, they've only got to beat one-on-one, and I back Pulisic to win a one-on-one battle. Or you find Mason Mount and he threads to pass. I rate that a lot. I do. I really like that style of football. But you have to get the ball into midfield and you have to be able to exploit the space created by playing out from the back. Not something that we do often enough. We do it on occasions, but again, we give the ball away stupidly and sloppily. I can't even remember. It was Iheanacho anyway that got the goal. It's not ideal. It's not ideal at all. Mendy now can't win the Golden Glove, which is a bit of an annoying one. I think we can still win the overall amount of clean sheets, which is quite nice. But I mean, top four is the main prize, and that's not done yet. So as much as I love this result, and I've got started singing Rudy, 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 we need to get the job. We need to get the job done. And Villa at home, Villa away, Villa at home with a load of fans is going to be a problem for us. Get it done. Don't celebrate. Don't go nuts. Don't do anything like that. Get it done, and then we can all have a massive party that we've reached top four after having a shocking season. We can then focus on the Champions League final. It's not a position I wanted to be in, but we have to go and get the results. A lot of our players, it'll be play for a place in the Champions League final. It's not as if we've got a set 11, and that's it. There's a lot of opportunities here for youngsters, or for anyone, in fact, to be fair, in general. If you give us a bit of fight, give us a bit of determination on Sunday, and we get into top four, absolutely superb, you can be in for a place to start in the Champions League final. And it's that simple. Take that mentality, take that energy, and we're going to do it. I'll back us completely. Thanks for watching. If you're new around here, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. There's a lot of Chelsea and obviously European Championships content coming up very, very soon. Very much looking forward to it. Take care, stay safe. Come on, you Blue Boys, up the Chelsea. See you later.